What's up, midgets? Hello and welcome back to another Wednesday video and to Scarlet Hollow. I'm really excited about today's episode because last time we went to town, met a whole bunch of new people, and we made a new friend, Stella, who's a YouTuber, and she goes out into the woods to film cryptids at night, and she invited us to go with her, so I'm really excited to finally have something scary happen in the game. And here we are, overlooking the town at the edge of the forest, I assume? You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel a sense of foreboding, more alive than you've been in years, strangely calm, tense, and settled nothing. Honestly, I'm a huge horror fan, so I'm gonna say more alive than you've been in years. You feel alive, the fall breeze passing through the leaves, the orange hue of the setting sun, painting the horizon, the promise of excitement ahead. It's been a while since you felt this in the moment, this present. The world around you feels almost magical. Were a mythical creature to actually manifest in front of you, it would fit perfectly in this world. What? Is that what's gonna happen? I love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. No, let's talk about Gretchen. Are you really expecting to find something? Do you ever hunt things that are cryptids, like ghosts and whatnot? Has anything bad ever happened on these? Was the weirdest thing you've seen in the woods? You know what, I kinda wanna know that first. Other than anything cryptid related, of course. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. What is that face? Don't say that with that face. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it. Am I the only one that hasn't seen that video? I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It was a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. I see why it's called Tetanus Lake then. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through it if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there, Lamau. It was all stuff from the 50s too, which was super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Did anything bad ever happened on one of these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff, but he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine. His leg only took a couple of months to heal. Yeah, just a couple of months. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks, who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later I was right as rain, so it could have been a lot worse. Is that how you get skunk smell out of you, tomato juice baths? Also, spelunking in America is a scary thought to me. Like, I have watched videos of people that just die in those caves. You know, that's definitely an adrenaline junkie sort of thing for me. Oh, and there was that time I accidentally stumbled onto old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. Yeah, Lamau. That happens to everybody sooner or later. I barely counted. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Are you sure it's safe? Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house, getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with what the great beast genre of cryptid. Huh. I really gotta investigate cryptids a little bit more, it sounds interesting. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. Stella be writing down names, dude! So let's hope all of that's just bunk, am I right? Haha! What about aliens? Yeah, okay. I don't want her to think that I'm taking the piss, so I'm gonna say anyways. What's up? Are you sure it's safe? Well, I think she kind of explained that already. Are you really expecting to find anything? I don't know, let's move on and see. Let's move on. What? Did you hear that? But, oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mud. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Dude, look at Gretchen, she's terrified. Who is this man? Ew. Sorry for being jumpy, Duke. I thought you were... some creature of darkness? Nah, girly. Just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape. Sorry I asked. And who's this you've suckered into you coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't. Yup. I see. Welcome to the hall. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger. Another opportunity for a salty introduction. You know what? Yes, I will offer Duke my boiled peanuts. He looks like the type of guy that will take it anyway. He held out the slippery bag in front of Duke. It's grown quite fragrant since you first put it in your rucksack, like the scent of old beer. Ugh. But you're pretty sure that's what it's supposed to smell like. Boiled peanuts? From your backpack? Nah, I'm all set, thank you. Now both of y'all head back to town, you hear? Best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with his cameras scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Dude, Gretchen has seen some shit. Look at that dog, dude. It's terrified. Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damned camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know, I learned from the best. That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you stromp around the woods at night, yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week, and can't afford to lose many more than that. It's a cryptid. I'm so sorry to hear that. But, I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damned mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you won't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. I couldn't be anything else. Telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s. And even those were iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTubes saying some river monster spotted by a couple cool-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. I love this character, I love doing the voice for him. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. They were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. It's just the internet, Lamau. I just don't think it's plausible. You eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. And if you too don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of these woods tonight. I don't think this ends well for you. How is that mystical? That is like straight up a threat. Right on, Duke, you that mountain lion. Can't you just buy more chickens? You know, I think I shouldn't butt in. Because from what I understood, Stella learned her tracking skills from him, so they definitely have some sort of a relationship. So I'm gonna let them sort it out, plus I am sort of a guest on the show, so you know. We stand awkwardly by as the two continue to argue. Duke, you're just wasting your time. Give us just one night out there to see what we can find, and I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this. Dude, Gretchen is just looking at me. That face is screaming help. Yeah, right, you get some shaky footage of a raccoon and claim it's a heretofore unknown creature that has heat ray vision or some such nonsense. I know what I'm looking for, and there's no way I'm backing down. But I've gotta film tonight. The video needs to be out by tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. You ain't the only one on a schedule. As you well know, my boy Boo... As you well know, my boy Boo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty tomorrow morning. We'll be gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big "oh, you can eat" sign on it. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. Don't call the chicken that, please. Let's just go, Stella. I don't see why I need to be involved in this. I'm out. This is too much pressure. Walk away. I don't know. Well, Stella is my friend. I should side with her. I feel for him and his little ladies. You know what? I'm just gonna take the neutral ground. This is too much pressure. This is too much pressure. I'm stressed enough as it is. I need to go take it easy tonight, I think. You turn away before either has a chance to stop you and begin the trek back to town. Yeah, I chose myself. I think that's okay. I mean, I am here for a funeral after all. Shortly after you turn back to town, you hear footsteps on the trail behind you. Hey, are you alright? Arguing with Duke was a waste of time. Let's move on. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry. Trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Duke or his shotgun. I've gone out hunting with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. Okay, we're still doing it. Cryptids, cryptids. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Whoa, nice drawing, dude. I love the style. Ahem. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Schnurpy, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. Dude, that's such a nice name for her subscribers. She's Stella and they're the Stellars. She is a good YouTuber. She's a better YouTuber than me. Damn. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this beautiful scenery. It's gorgeous out here, don't you think? There's something wrong here? Why would I say that? Being this far from civilization stresses me out, Lamau. You know what? Let me try to hint at the game that I want horror. There's something wrong in the air. Feels oppressive, dark. Dude, that face. What even just happened? You don't happen to mean stinky, do you? Do you think you're smelling the skunk ape? No, more like a storm is coming. Don't worry, I checked the weather this morning and we're in for a beautiful cloudless night. It really is the perfect time for a hike. Unless you mean a metaphorical storm. I don't think weather radar picks up on those. But either way, my gut usually warns me if I'm going to run into trouble, and I feel A-okay. Yeah, about fucking that, I heard a sound. I'm ready to be scared, game, go! Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. What was that? Oh no, Skunk Apes found us. Is Duke back with his... No, that's not Duke. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, crew. What was that? Ha ha. No need to panic. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. Okay, I'm hoping you're right, Stella. Oh god. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. I mean, yeah, that's a deer, but what the fuck is... Why has it got a tumor or two? A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. What the fuck was wrong with it? Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato. Oh my god, yeah. They don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. Yeah, that's what I thought, but is that normal? Not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Oh, I got my heart rate up. I'm ready for the hunt. Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break to fuel up? Then we get right into the night's activities. I've got all the best trail snacks. Trail mix, extra M&M's, apricot. Dude, nice. You settle down to rest. Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Trail mix, snake bar, dried apricot, sesame sticks. I want some M&M's. Grab the trail mix. Classic choice. It never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own to make sure it has the best stuff. And I use dried cherries instead of raisins. Oh, that sounds so good. Maybe it's a bit of a controversial pick, but even as someone who's passionate about dried fruit, I simply cannot abide raisins. You know, as a kid I really used to dislike raisins. Nowadays I'm kind of okay with them, so I wouldn't say yes, someone who finally gets it. I would also not say raisins for life. I can't say I have a horse in this race, it's all good, it's all bad. I can't say I have a horse in this race, it's all food. That's what I'm gonna say. I just like food, man. It will nourish my body in the coming hours. That's fair. I suppose food is food, but dried cherries are the best, and that's just a fact. Oh, this is pretty and scary. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. Tell me what it's like in Bulgronia. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with a family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Schnurpy. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. I live in a closet in a house with 10 roommates. What? I live in a doorless basement that floods whenever it rains. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. 12x12 shit in someone's yard. I live in an internet cafe. Good God. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. I mean, that's kind of how I see myself in the near future, TBH. And it's a mixed bag. Nah, living in a dingy studio apartment sounds good. It's actually kind of a goal for me. So, and I love it. It's a little cramped. The lights flicker, the toilet is constantly getting backed up because the lady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason, but it's mine. I mean, technically I guess it's the landlady's, but I don't have to share it with anybody. It's a mess, but it's my mess. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Exactly, dude. It perfectly summarizes me as well. You know, that's a great way to look at things. I can't imagine what it'd be like to share your place with people you don't know. Why would I have to share my place with people I don't know? That's weird. Speaking of, it's gonna be wild staying with Tabby, for both of you. So, what do you do for a living? I build programmatic ads for a company nobody's ever heard of. I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. I'm a first-year associate at a big law firm. I'm a streamer. I'm a student. I'm a teacher. I'm in the service industry, I'd rather not say. Well, I am a streamer, but I will say that I am in the service industry because that's as close as I can get to working at an electrical power plant, so, you know. I work in food service. That's not what I meant, but whatever. I'm on my feet all day getting yelled at for things beyond my control, and I mostly get paid in tips. It does sound bad to be getting yelled at for things beyond your control, and you get mostly paid in tips. I'm gonna say I hate it. I hate it, and I only hope that one day I'll be able to do something different. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. And I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because just as sturdy as it's ever been. Keeping the house in the family, is it just you there? Yeah, it's just me and Gretchen. My parents died a few years back, but it's okay, I've done my mourning. Life goes on, and we still get to live in our beautiful family home, just me and Gretchen. It could be a lot worse. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club. Dude, stop saying that. I'm just gonna say, I can relate. My mom died recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. Aw, thanks, Schnurpy. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? I'm okay, hanging in there. I don't really know anything about Schnurpy's past with our mom passing away, you know, story-wise, so I guess I'm just gonna say that. I'm okay, hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. I'd kind of come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. And it's not all bad, she doesn't have to be in pain anymore, that's a relief. The hospital bills are another story though. Yeah, I kinda agree with that. Yeesh, I can't even imagine how bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. What? I mean, it kind of sounded like an owl, but alright. Wow! Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. Dude, that face. That wasn't a sound meant for human ears. Everything else went quiet. Oh shit! Oh, I got goosebumps. I love this. I'm gonna say everything else went quiet. Usually when that happens, it's a really, really bad sign. I could hear all sorts of wildlife just a second ago, and now it's quiet. You're right, and whatever made that noise is close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me, and let's check this out. Oh boy. You and Stella inch towards the tree line, and she shines her flashlight into the woods. Did I just hear a chicken? As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. What was that? That looked like a skinwalker. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit! Guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is one of Duke's chickens. Looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Right behind you. I'm not leaving her alone. Plus, I kinda wanna know more. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. And with that, I think it's a perfect place to leave it off for today's episode on a cliffhanger. Clap! At this point, I am almost certain that next Wednesday's episode will be the last, but I'm really excited to see exactly what the creature is, because I think it's a skinwalker. It looked humanoid in nature, but completely hairless, and it's eating chicken. But if you dudes did enjoy today's video and you haven't done so yet, please do leave a like, it is very much appreciated. Other than that, all the usual stuff as always is down below in the description. Like the subscribe button, bell icon, join button, Twitter, Discord, all that good stuff. And yeah, that'll be that for today. Thanks a lot for watching, keep being awesome, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!